Okay, here's another psychic reading. Okay, well, I was in the library, and all of a sudden, I was on Facebook or whatever, and I saw a picture of someone's boyfriend, and that someone just um, uh, announced that her ex-boyfriend or whatever, her boyfriend, her husband, whatever, just passed away, and all of a sudden, that picture triggered it. I saw this golden light next to the spirit by this empty chair next to me, and I filmed the chair, and I got clips of it, and you'll see. And uh, he was there, and he goes, "Tell her that I love her, and that I miss you too." And that was about it. And I was like thinking, "Oh my God, that's not enough information to go by, but that's nice." And he thinks that maybe I would have think that that connection could only be like last for so long, and then it be disappeared, but it didn't, because I was like, "Wait a minute, you stay right here," because the light was right here, and he was right here. The light, the big golden light, it was golden, and it had no judgment, and he was supposed to go into that light, I guess, but he was here in between the light and our world, sitting in the chair, and I was like asking him, "How did you die? How did you die?" Because I need to tell her, because I have no clue how you died. And if I told her how you died, it would confirm that you're really there. And I don't even know if you're really there. But I could tell that this was really happening, because I could not unimagine this. It was all, in my head, outside my head, projecting, and I could see it, everything. Like, really, he was here. And that is unbelievable. Like, amazing. And I got the dates or whatever in another clip, but I haven't put myself to get to tell the story, because I'd rather just tell it properly and whatever. Um, but anyways, uh, I was visualized. He gave me these visions of him sitting in a chair, and I thought it was just the chair that was next to me too. But I also have a picture of the actual chair he died in. But the chair that I encountered him at the library, I saw his eyes and his spirit go out of his body to the side. It was on the right side. It was coming out of his. Wait, he was sitting down. If I was looking at him, I guess it was all going to the left. Okay, so yeah, his computer. Okay, and I could see his spirit bloom and stuff, and ascending and being enlightening, and like being like, whoa, it's like psychedelic, this world that we are, who we are, is like all this energy. So he did show me how he died, and then he says, "Well, my boys are waiting for me," and he also, I got I get glances of features, and so past, present, future, like it all exists all at once, and I could see that he's gonna be in one of his son's dreams. I don't know about his other son yet, but it happens so much information all at once, piled up at once, like, and like I'll get that one little bit of information. There's more information here, and a little bit of information here, a little bit of information here. But you got to give me a chance to get to one by one, or a couple at a time. Like I'll get these too much information, and there's this other information waiting for me to receive and open up. It's kind of how like a psychic reading I do, but better. It can be clear if you're there, present, and we can get things confirmed, letting me know that I'm still on the right journey of this consciousness. This information is coming to me, and I'm getting it right and carefully getting it. It's like a surgery. You got to be very, good and cautious and alert about this. I mean, you don't want to ruin the message or all the water. You don't want to mess with it, tamper with it, because you want to, it's, be gentle with it. Anyways, so that was part of it. And, I was sitting there, I was like crying in the library, loud and stuff. It's like, like it was just so sad just to know that he passed on, and she, it was happening to her, and it was a weird um, thing, because we have this life that's kind of like a movie, like a bunch of movies all rolled into one. It all matches with these movies, and it's really true. And it was just cool, and I could tell, um, stuff, but it's like personal, so. But it's okay. That's just part of the encounter I had on that day. So. I'm gonna record this now. Okay, he said, see, I was arguing with him a little bit or whatever. I don't remember all what I said, but I called him a faggot. And he's like, are you gonna call me a faggot while I'm dead like this? Or something like that. And I'm like, yeah.
That sounds like something you would say.
I'm like, get used to it, dumb bitch. I call everyone like that. It's supposed to be friendly. Get over words. You're dead and stuff. Like, this is me. And if I was dead, I'm still gonna be cussing. I'm just who I am, and I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna be free.
It sounds like that's how you would act. How are you gonna? You're just gonna do me like that?
Yeah.
I'm like this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. I swear to God. And then, cause I was really, he thought he was gonna go. I said, and I pulled his energy right in, and I said, you're gonna tell me what the fuck to say to you know, to her. Cause you're here, right? You're freaking right there, right? And I can see you. Proved point. Did he believe that I was psychic at all? Did he even know that I was psychic? Does he even know that's real?
No.
He didn't think or knew about it because I always claimed it, right? Remember, I always claimed that shit.
Yeah, he thought you were just crazy.
Oh, really? Now what is he gonna think? Just like those Jehovah's Witnesses? Now what are you gonna think when you aren't stuck in your corpse? You actually still move on and you're still alive. Like, hello. That's what yeah. Yeah. I really can do what I say I do, and yeah, everyone will see. This shit is totally real. It's me. So, so I pulled his energy in, right? Because, like, I can do that for some reason. I just noticed. I mean, you learn a lot about yourself and what you can do with energy when you're tuned in and you can see things. If I see one spirit, any spirit, I can do all things just like I have connection to the whole entire universe's powers or something. And I can tap into whatever I want to when I'm there. Just as long as I'm still sticking to it. I don't know. But this was easy, and I was unprepared. I could not believe it. I mean, I felt so helpless, just as helpless as I would feel if I did lose them, like you lost them, you know? I felt really helpless. I started thinking that, oh my God, if she was on top of him trying to wake him up and stuff and all that stuff. I really did think all that, but you already told me that before I got to tell you. And what was it? And I did see the girl. That girl, your neighbor, she had that hair up to here, kind of looked burgundy-ish or whatever, and you know what I mean? She's like, Tommy, or no, she was like, I think he's dead, and then she didn't do nothing, like she just stood in the corner, like she didn't try to touch him or nothing in my vision. I'm not sure, but what I saw was him go out of his body, um, and sitting in the chair, going out of his body because I was telling him, tell me how you died, because I don't know how you died. I didn't know how he died. You just said he passed away. My husband passed away. And, he didn't tell me how he died, but he showed me that he was outside and he fell down or something. I have no clue what that was about. I don't think he fell down, but it was like I was looking through his eyes and, he fell down or something. So was he that messed up that he might have fell down, or you don't know?
He didn't fall.
At all. But he didn't fall down and die. He was sitting in the chair. But all I saw is what he showed me, his spirit blooming out of his chair, and I saw his eyes go beside his head because he's dead, right? His spirit goes out of his body. And that's what I was seeing, and his spirit like blooming and stuff and just turning into things like energy. But it was still him. So I guess that's what it looks like when you die. I don't know. Your spirit or something. So it was just really I was still impatient and mad because I didn't get any information. Like, I can't tell you now, you know, like, and he says, oh, well, my boys are waiting for me, and so is his brothers. Like his brothers. Like his brother. But basically, he's probably talking about the boys' brothers, the 2 kids that you have, and then he has a 3rd kid, his brothers. My boys are waiting for me, and then my brother, or something, because he doesn't have a brother, he has a sister. That's what I thought, right? Correct? Wrong or right?
He said my brother?
Yeah, something like that. Like, my boys are waiting for me and my brother, or something like that.
Because, like, my boys, that's what he would call his friends. My boys, like, his friends that have passed away. His brother, I don't think that he had a brother at all.
I don't think he has a brother either. I just think he has a sister. But maybe he was talking about, like, the kid's brother or something.
He could be talking about one of his friends that he said was his brother that passed away.
Oh, okay. That's really crazy, really? Because I was thinking that, I thought it was like he's just going to come back to you because he freaking sure did. He's still haunting you. Remember, what's your story about that?
Well, he would call his friends my boys. That's what he would say, my boys. I'm going to go hang out with my boys.
Yeah, that's some confirmation right there that he was talking to me in his own language. Because I talk in my own language and I cuss and spurt out things. And people would explain me differently, my individual personality. And I would explain his individual personality differently.
Passed away that he would call his brother, though.
I don't know, but it was very vast. All the information comes to me vast. Sometimes I can see present, future, and some of the part of the future was that your little son is going to be dreaming about him. He's going to be in his dream. Miko is the one that was going to have the dream, and I don't know what's going to happen to Gabriel and you, but you're the ones unfolding that story to me, and I cannot believe it's like something that I've just, it's all in my head.
Michael wakes up crying every night.
So he is having some dreams, nightmare, like he has this ability that he can have a visitor, like his dad, come in, is what I think. And
I don't understand why he's having nightmares. He's so happy every day and laughing all day. Nothing traumatic happened to him. But he did, when Tommy was hitting me and like dragging me through the house, Michael was on top of me crying. When Tommy was doing all that to me.
Oh my God, wow. Trauma.
Yeah, so Michael was
Aquariuses get to see the world. What? Differently.
Michael was almost a year old when that happened.
At least he got imprints of now he remembers his dad, some of it. That it spurts alertness in you to remember things when you're like traumatized and shit. And he can be whatever. Aquarius, he's Aquarius, Libra rising, moon, something. Like halitosis?
It was not halitosis. It was awful. It smelled like something dead.
Right. An alcoholic breath smelled like that.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's because he might have had cirrhosis of the liver. That's a possibility. But I wouldn't. He was raised like he was Tommy, and there was this other guy who was an Aquarius, and I was supposed to marry him too, and then like he completely disappeared with no trace, nothing. Didn't tell me that he didn't want to be with me anymore. Nothing. Changed his phone number and something on the internet, like blocked me on the internet. I wasn't on Facebook back then. I think it was MySpace, and he like blocked me on everything. And then he was like with this other girl like the next day. Because I mean, he can do all he wants to try to block me, but I'm a Scorpio. I'm gonna find shit out. So he was like already with this other woman and asked her to marry him already. So like.
And I got to see your husband in the library. He just came to me, and I'm recording, so isn't that weird? I'm recording now.
You wanna know something? Every time Tommy would make extra money, he would spend it on alcohol and drugs and cigarettes. And I think he wanted to die, and I think that's why he did that.
Yeah, but he did it on your chair. Like he was just going to you because you didn't love him enough or something because he's a Leo. I have no clue. But it was, you know what I mean? Like he do you think he accidentally just killed himself? Because no one means to kill no one means to kill themselves, especially if you're all fucked up and you think you want to go to extreme. Yeah. I definitely think it was an accident. But he acted like he didn't mind death because he was just waiting on what's next. He's like, "What? I don't know what's gonna be next now."
What I'm trying to tell
like he was comfortable.
Even though it was an accident, I think in his subconscious that he wanted to die.
Right.
That he was tired of being alive because all he would do is spend all of his money on getting fucked up.
Yeah. Day. Yeah, and then he was just like waiting for what was next. That's all he acted like. He was like, he was comfortable with death. So, you know, he's comfortable in spirit as death. But he was just waiting on what's next. And I was like, I still felt like I had to babysit him because he's in spirit and he doesn't know what's going on. And he never really cared or tried to care or didn't know much about astrology or did.
Just, he did know about astrology. He would guess people's sun signs all the time with me.
Okay, well that was good. Yeah, that you got him all into it. But sometimes
he's had it. He was already into it because whenever he was like 15, he had a hat that said Leo on it.
But you said he was still very too skeptical, like overly skeptical, remember? And then he actually asked me about astrology, and then he actually wanted to know something, and he just acted like he was too dumb to teach, but he wasn't, you know. Sorry.
No, he wasn't. But we would watch TV and we would guess people's signs and then look them up all the time, every day almost.
Well, that's good. I don't know, I've just seen too many dark sides to him. Yeah, so, like,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, but he
was out of control. That's the nicest way I can put it.
My goodness.
I loved him anyway.
I noticed. Yeah.
It didn't matter to me that he was just completely fucking batshit crazy. I loved him anyways.
Yeah, and extremely jealous and extremely obsessive, controlling.
I think I like that he was obsessive.
Yeah, controlling or something.
I don't think I've ever met a Leo so obsessive.
Wow.
Usually Leos don't really care. The ones that I've met, they didn't really care to like let me go. So
yeah.
I don't know what was so different about Tommy, but you know what? He told his friends, "This is how Tommy met me, and this is even crazier. It should have been a red flag to hear me, right?"
Yeah.
I was talking to his friend, and his friend showed him a picture of me. And Tommy started talking to me because he saw that picture of me.
Aww.
Even though his friend was talking to me, he started talking to me. He said, "You don't want to be with my friend. He's crazy." And he started telling me, "I think you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and I want you to be my girlfriend," and all this other crap. Like the first day I talked to him, he's like, "I think you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen."
Aww.
And he was just like, "I gotta have you. I have to have you." And ever since then, he never stopped, ever. He said, "I don't care if you're 300 pounds and you don't have any teeth. I love you. And I want to be with you."
Oh, I believe that. You have pretty intense effects on boys.
Never like that, ever.
My goodness. Well, have you seen a lot since your moon in Capricorn anyways? Like, you had to grow up fast or some shit, so it's not a surprise to meet people like that. I don't know.
That's the only person I've ever met like that was that obsessed with me.
I've met others Mars and
passed away when we were fixing to get married. It seems like every time I'm gonna get married, something happens.
Wow.
He was determined to be with me until he died. And he told me that. He said, "You're the last woman I'm ever with."
Oh.
He said, if you ever leave me, I'm not ever gonna be with anybody again.
Wow. And he's still with you. Because I saw him.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't feel like it. What? Right when we were talking, I felt this wave of energy and all this bullshit, right? And I'm like, not lying, I don't know. But anyways, okay, I literally did see him at the library. I'm not lying. Can you believe that shit? He just came to me, and it was like right when you were telling Facebook about the announcement of him passing or whatever. And I was like, I couldn't believe it at all. I could not believe what you said. I have no clue if you were joking or what, but obviously it was the truth because right when I saw the picture, this golden light of energy came to me, and he was in front of the golden light. The golden light was behind him. It was just a big ball. It wasn't him. It was just the light, but he was in front of it, and he sat in the chair right next to me, and I filmed a little clip of the chair, and he was just like, you know, Terrell, tell Kateri that I love her and that I miss you too. You better say something nicely, because like he getting mad at me and stuff, like because I was getting mad at him too, because I was getting mad at the light too. I was just getting mad at all the circumstances that we were just in. I was just getting mad because I couldn't I couldn't do anything. I just felt like so helpless. Like I seen him, he was there, and is this really happening? Like and you're not on the computer for me to tell you. It was just such bad timing. It was like I opened up a present before I could enjoy it or do anything with it. Like I wasn't prepared for none of that. I was not prepared. You know what I mean? Are you still there with me? Do you even give a shit?
Yeah.
Do you give a shit about me telling you this while I'm recording it? Is that okay? Okay. Because I've been trying to record this and get your witness statements.
I gotta go to the